Hello Year 2, and it's Friday's Spag lesson, and look, we're going to have another look at noun phrases. They're so important in our writing because as writers, using extended or expanded noun phrases makes our writing so much more interesting, and it's something we really like to encourage, especially from Year 2 onwards. So let's have a look and remember what we can do to our nouns to put them in a sentence and make it a lot more interesting. So what is a noun phrase? What is an expanded noun phrase? So a noun phrase, can we remember from last week what it is? A noun phrase is a noun which you put a determiner or an article in front of. Technical language again. Can you remember what that means? So let's find my noun. For example, cup. Cup is a noun. A cup is a noun phrase. The cup is a noun phrase. My cup is a noun phrase. These cups is a noun phrase. So noun phrase is basically more than one word with a noun in it. But we want to expand the noun phrase. So let's see what we need to do. Or let's remember what we need to do. What can you see? A fox. We can see a fox. Noun phrase. Let's add adjectives to improve our noun phrase. We have here cheerful, mischievous fox. You could put your own in. You might say an orange wild fox. Now we're going to do something else because adjectives make it an expanded noun phrase, but we are going to make it even more interesting by adding a preposition. You know I love a preposition in a sentence because it can make our writing a lot more interesting. And I'm going to always put today the preposition at the end of the sentence, but we'll also think about how a preposition could be put at the beginning of the sentence. A cheerful, mischievous fox in front of a tree. There's my preposition. A preposition tells us where something is. It's the position. It's the place. It's also known as an adverb. So, a cheerful, mischievous fox in front of the tree. Let's move that prepositional phrase to the front of our sentence. In front of a tree, a cheerful, mischievous fox. What about this time? What can you see? Is it a owl or an owl? Have a think. A owl or an owl? An owl. Why? Well, because it has a vowel at the beginning of the word, and when it's a vowel we use an to introduce it. Now, what adjectives can you think of to describe an owl? Brown, beautiful, large. Quite boring, my adjectives. What about... It's not coming up. Where are my adjectives? Here we are. A kind wise and graceful owl. Have you noticed I've come up with 3 adjectives this time? And so what do we need to remember when we use more than one adjective? Well, first of all, we do need to remember to use our comma because we are using a list. I'm also going to say never use more than 3. We call it the best of 3. It's great when we do things in 3s, but if you put more than 3 in, it becomes just a long list, and that can ruin our writing rather than improving our writing. A kind, wise and graceful owl. And now for our preposition to make it an even better sentence. A kind, wise and graceful owl soaring through the sky. It's telling us where it is. It's in the sky. You could just put up in the sky. And again, we can start our sentence with the preposition. Soaring through the sky, a kind, wise and graceful owl. Let's do one more. What do we see? Well, he looks a little bit like a panda, but actually it is a badger. So here's our badger. Now, what words would you describe this particular badger? I would say he's soft and furry. A soft and furry badger. I wonder if you can think of some different adjectives to describe the badger. Now, where is the badger? Let's put our preposition in there. So we can say a soft and furry badger sitting on a tree stump. There we go, he's on a tree stump. We could start the sentence. Sitting on a tree stump, a soft and furry badger. So as you can see, we have expanded our noun phrase. We start with a simple noun, make it into a phrase, a, an, the. So once we've thought of our noun, our naming word, we think of our adjectives. 1, 2 or 3 adjectives to describe our noun. And then we're going to come up with a prepositional phrase. Let's remember what our prepositional phrase is. A prepositional phrase gives us extra information. It might tell us where something is. For example, sitting under the tree. And it might tell us when something is happening. For example, during the night. It's the same as an adverb. We call it an adverbial phrase sometimes, but it's telling us where or when something is happening. So, I would like to see some of your sentences today. I'm going to give you some noun suggestions and I want you to improve them. I want you to give me some adjectives or add some adjectives to the noun, and I want you to add a prepositional phrase. I want you to tell me either where it is or when it is. Have a go, and then what we need to do is think about using these types of sentences in our writing. Have a lovely half term, everyone. I hope that you've enjoyed writing your stories for The Secret of Black Rock. I've certainly enjoyed reading them. See you soon, everyone.